As a human being, it's a pretty good chance that since the very beginning of your life, there have been mostly well meaning people telling you who you should be and how you should behave. And as humans, we can get a lot of confusing messages about that. And then it doesn't feel safe to be a certain way because we're so afraid of the criticism and the judgment we might get. And let's see if we can't experience a little more freedom around that. So, taking full responsibility for your own well being. Even though I sometimes try to be what others want me to be, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I sometimes try to be what others want me to be, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though maybe a lot of times I try to be what others want me to be, and it's not always wrong, but sometimes it's really troublesome. And I choose to allow myself greater freedom to figure out who I choose to be. And even though I sometimes try to be what others want me to be, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself, and maybe anyone else who might be involved in this, because I choose to be that free. All this need to be who others think I should be, all this feeling that I must be directed by other people's wants, even if I feel like it's compromising me. All this fear that if I was who I wanted to be, it would make other people upset. Part of me says this is a very justified fear because it's been my experience. There have definitely been times in my life where people have made it very clear to me that they were not happy with what I was doing, that they were not happy with who I was being. And it was painful enough that I'm in fear of getting it wrong. So I don't even feel the freedom to find out who I really want to be and what I really want to do. I'm constantly checking with other people to see if it's okay, even if I'm just doing that in my own mind. And I'm processing this. It's not wrong or bad or stupid. It's absolutely normal. And it can be very useful at times. It can be very helpful. I just don't want to take it so far that I don't allow myself to find my best life, that I don't allow myself to be my best self. All this fear that if I was being who I really want to be, that would displease people. It would disappoint people. Is that true? And if so, why? Would I really want to be antisocial? Is my true self a harmful person? That's probably not my higher self. As I set myself free from fear, as I clear what isn't love, I'm most likely going to be a pretty loving person. So if other people would be upset about that, maybe that's their issue to tap on. Why would me being my best self be upsetting to anyone else? And if that's because of their faulty programming, probably not a good reason to hold myself back. I choose to be open to the possibility that giving myself the freedom to be what is the best version of myself, the self that I believe is the best version of myself, where I'm living my best life, I choose to be open to the possibility that that's the version that will get the most approval. Not that I need to strive for other people's approval. It's just a nice side benefit. And if I'm being that best version of myself, living that life that feels really right to me, if someone else is disapproving of that, maybe they should be on YouTube tapping along with Brad, processing these fears and allowing myself to be clear that if I'm being the best version of myself, or what I think is the best version of myself, and it's getting a lot of disapproval because I'm being harmful or disrespectful, I may want to reconsider what I think is the best version of myself. Because that kind of antisocial behavior probably isn't feeling like love, probably doesn't feel like joy. So why do I think that would be the best version of myself? And I'm allowing myself to be curious rather than judgmental. Just allowing myself to take a look at that and ask, why would I want to be this way? If it's not about love, why am I drawn to it? Allowing myself to get curious, allowing myself to heal what might benefit from some healing, not to get the approval of others, but to feel really good inside because I deserve to find what helps me feel really good inside. Giving myself the freedom to be that person in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Let it go. And allow yourself to keep clearing away what doesn't feel like peace, what doesn't feel like love. And you'll naturally find that best version of yourself. Just like Michelangelo's David, you chip away what doesn't belong and you become the masterpiece you're meant to be. And other people might have ideas about what that masterpiece might look like, but that might come from their old faulty programming that isn't benefiting them. So giving yourself the freedom to set yourself free and then be an example for others. Please and thank you. And when other stuff gets in the way, I'm here for you. Thanks.